Davidson to Roberson, making it 17-7 Oakland.
However, the Raiders had plenty of fight left. Veteran Cotton Davidson at quarterback hit Daniels for 49 yards and this spectacular touchdown.
This one is, we say it often, but this one is not over by any means.
The Raiders almost have to score in this possession. And they're looking for it in a hurry. And it's well covered by Brown.
Held here, the block at the left tackle, going deep for more. Oh, what a catch! Touchdown, Raiders! Wow, is all you can say to that.
After a night in the hospital, Darryl LaMonica threw 3 touchdown passes, with 2 of them going to number 81, Warren Wells.
Jim Plunkett, 2:12 left in the half. Going for Marcus Allen for a touchdown. Cheaper by the dozen. Wide open is Barnwell, and he's going to go. Billy Ray Smith can't catch him, and Barnwell has a touchdown. And for Mark Wilson, that is 5 touchdown passes. 4 was his most.
Which are the only numbers that count, by the way. Schrader with a great arm, goes deep, has a man. Touchdown, Willie Go.
No pressures by Seattle so far here in the first half. Schrader rolls to Ethan Horton. He had Mosbar out in front of it. Touchdown!
Another checkoff by George.
They pick up the blitz, and George throws it downfield. Caught. Jet. Touchdown. Well, they say in just a speedster that he doesn't have hands. He puts that to rest with a one-hand snatch, a 51-yard touchdown.
Could not have been a better learning environment for Ronald Curry, Doug Gabriel, Jerry Porter, to learn from 2 for sure certain Hall of Famers.
3rd and 4. Collins pumps it, goes up. He has Porter all alone. Touchdown!
On their 48, Carr, gun, now a 3-by-1 formation, 3 left, they throw to the 3 side, bubble screen to Cooper, a block from Penn, 40, 30, 20, 15, cuts inside, 10, 5, touchdown! Raiders! 52 yards to Amari Cooper on a bubble screen, beautifully blocked by the 2 receivers, link out in front. But it was Donald Penn, big number 72, that got out in space and made a killer block downfield.
In the first quarter, Old Pro Billy Cannon tipped a LaMonica pass back to himself and eased into the end zone to begin the Raider landslide. On the first play following Denver's kickoff, Darryl LaMonica threw a 53-yard touchdown pass to Fred Biletnikoff.
With only 28 seconds left in the first half, Fred Biletnikoff took the game completely out of reach.
Mark Wilson. Open is Jesse Hester. If the play goes, he's going in, and there's no flags. A 54-yard touchdown pass play. Jesse Hester, the rookie from Ole Miss, the #1 draft choice, who they're looking to as their speed burner of the future, has been in the end zone twice today.
Raiders from the 46. And Schrader goes for it all. And it is caught. Fernandez, touchdown.
The Raiders got nasty early, striking for the end zone.
On the right side for James Jetty, beat his man. Complete inside the 5. Touchdown Raiders. What a catch.
Meanwhile, 3rd down and 5. Evans with good protection, and he's got Darryl Hobbs in the open field. Hobbs with one man to beat, and Hobbs will get in for the score. A career game for Darryl Hobbs. And 40-year-old Vince Evans comes in for the first time this year, and coolly and calmly hits Hobbs, who chases it in for a 54-yard touchdown play.
Even though they held the lead on spectacular plays like this 50-yard bomb to Wells, the Raiders for the 3rd straight week just barely won. And worse, these very Chargers were the same club Kansas City had humiliated the week before, 40-3.
LaMonica's 3rd touchdown was a classic bomb, again to Warren Wells, wide open for an easy 55-yard score.
Finally, the Mad Bomber balanced his sights long enough to find Ray Chester streaking to complete a 55-yard touchdown play.
On this defense. Palmer throwing and wide open at the 35-yard line. Breaking away is Hayward Bay to the end zone. Touchdown, Oakland.
Puckett looks it over. Ball at the 44-yard line of the Oakland Raiders. Steelers put 4 men in the rush. Puckett hangs it for Branch. He's there. Oh! Puckett, who hit Branch a week ago for 43 yards, has hit for 56 yards again to the speedy Cliff Branch, and Puckett is having himself a night.
Big wiggle.
Well, here come the Raiders, and Hostetler looking down deep, and he's got James Jett for the touchdown. 56 yards.
Second and 5. George going deep, and is caught by Jett for a touchdown. James Jett, 56 yards.
Johnny Lee Higgins is in as a receiver. It's 1st down and 10, a Cornell green block, and there's Johnny Lee Higgins, who got by the defense. There's a block by Zach Miller. He is off to the races and into the end zone for a touchdown. A catch and run of 56 yards.
You've got to understand that you're at the bottom area of personnel in this league.
Palmer fires, completes. Hayward Bay with a move. There is Hayward Bay off to the races. They're not going to get him. Touchdown, Oakland.
I guess he wasn't happy with that graphic.
So the Raiders aren't quite dead yet. 56-yard touchdown pass.
Carr, quick pass on the slant, complete for a lot of yardage. Hunter Renfrow off to the races. 5, touchdown.
12 pressures last week on Patrick Mahomes. Here's a first down pass play. Down the middle they go, and it's there. That's Deshaun Jackson tiptoeing for the touchdown. They look down the sideline, and they say he did not step.
Dick Wood goes to Clem Daniels for a 57-yard scorcher. Raiders lead is 27-14 with Mercer's point after.
Darryl LaMonica had a healthy Warren Wells at split end. That meant burning speed, good hands, and defenses would have to open up and respect the deep threat. Buffalo learned the hard way.
Quarterback Jim Plunkett went topside to Malcolm Barnwell, number 80. Barnwell took the Plunkett pass 57 yards down the fast lane to put Los Angeles on top 14-10.
Wilson going the distance. Donkey Williams catches the ball, or Barksdale has it, the rookie. Rod Barksdale, a flyer from Arizona. The kid who never played high school or college football is in the end zone on a 57-yard touchdown reception.
Take one shot to try and win the game. He threw a good ball on third down. Russell. He's got him. Going for it all over. He's got him in wide open. Lewis Murphy, touchdown. Touchdown Raiders. Listen to the crowd.
Motion across from Samuel Schenker. Minshew wants to set up the screen. Instead, he'll float it over the middle. Jump ball, and it's Bowers down the sideline. The rookie from Georgia with the game's first score. 57 yards.
Hawkins and Pruitt. No, it's Allen behind Wilson. Going for Marcus Allen. 25-20, and Marcus Allen has a touchdown.
Third and a yard, extra mash up front with Cunningham, but Hosteller's going to go the long ball to Jet. Can he get there? Yes, he can. Touchdown, Jet.
First and 20. Gannon, pump fake. Got him. Got a man wide open. It's Gabriel at the 10 and a touchdown. Oakland's in. How many times have you seen that Gannon pump fake just freeze the defense?
Analytics says go for it. Raiders do. Play action. Carr airs it out down the middle for Adams. Got it. Inside the 10. Devontae, touchdown. What a play on fourth down.
Al Michaels, Kirk Herbstreit, Kaylee Hartung start the fourth. O'Connell deep down the sideline, getting free. And into the end zone, Trey Tucker. Holy mac, whoa.
One of Lott's closest friends also is Warren Moon, the Oilers quarterback. Blitz. Raiders pick it up. Long ball, man is open, the Raiders will go the distance. As the throw to Willie Gall is right on the numbers, and the Raiders strike big and get back in the game. 59 yards.
Ready to go up top. George lost the ball to a wide open Tim Brown. It's going to go the distance.
as Tim Brown takes it in for the Raiders' first touchdown of 97.
Jones in the backfield, and Carr goes to Taiwan Jones. Gets by Davis. Another missed tackle by Williams. Another missed tackle by Gilchrist, and he's off to the races. Touchdown.
Ruggs in motion. Carr on 2nd and 6. Downfield. Connection made with Aguilar. Touchdown, Raiders. Big play, Nelson Aguilar. And Carr with the perfect toss, 59 yards.
From this fine field position, Cotton Davidson finds Clem Daniels. The Prairie View flash gives a fine effort on this 60-yard TD play in slow motion that puts Oakland right back in the ball game.
Backs out of the backfield to bedevil the Houston linebackers. This time it was Charlie Smith, and the second-year man from Utah made the play look simple. Before retiring for the day,
LaMonica is the Babe Ruth of pro football, and with Warren Wells as his partner, the Raiders can connect for the home run at any moment.
But the recipients of some bad fortune. One defender simply falls down, another is screened off by an official. Cliff Branch saluted 60 yards and a 7-0 Oakland lead, and then the defense took over.
Because they don't want to get caught. Just a 4-man rush. Stidham steps away from Bosa. Looking, buying time, throws it late. He's got Adams open. Devontae Adams chugging into the end zone for the touchdown.
Done a great job with helping him convert and make him a playmaker from the nickel spot.
3rd and 6. Genty down the field. He's open. He's got it at the 30. Genty, stiff arm, stays on his feet. Touchdown. What a play by the rookie. Ashton Genty, a 60-yard touchdown, and we're tied at 13.
Respectable Ken Stabler and Cliff Branch made one last bombing run to wipe the Broncos out 28-17. A loss which for Denver virtually wipes them out of the year's playoff picture, dropping their record to 3-4-1.
They mark it up around the 38-yard line, so it's 3rd down and 9. Here's Wilson's first pass. Going for the speedster, Barnwell, touchdown. Oh-ho! That's the man that they're so high on. Malcolm Barnwell out of Virginia Union. Basically a rookie 61-yard touchdown from Mark Wilson, beating Walt Williams. Didn't take him long, did it?
Now 2nd down and 18 after the timeout. Good time here, going deep, and he's got more! Langford was beaten for the touchdown. A 61-yard strike. And the Raiders on top, and no penalty flags on the field.
Guys to try and get him down in the backfield.
3rd down and 10. Airing it out. Carr. It is caught. Henry Ruggs is gone. Touchdown, Raiders. Sprinter speed. Just throw it up there if you're Derek Carr and let Ruggs go and get it. 61 yards.
Offensively, all 3 phases, this is one of those whitewash type games.
Going deep, Turner, Tucker, that's Trey Tucker, in for the touchdown.
Al Davis is in the booth, he's loving all that.
3rd and 2, and wide open, yep, Ricky Douglas. He had 2 touchdowns last week. Will he get to the end zone here? Yes, sir.
the Raiders do this time. Number 37 to come out with a pass play. Down the middle, he's open. It's Miller. Miller has it inside the 20. Miller inside the 10. And Miller takes it in for the touchdown. The Raiders strike with the long ball.
We spoke with Todd Downing, the offensive coordinator for Oakland. He said they will not do that. They go to the pass, and it's a big hitter. Amari Cooper with nobody in the picture for Philadelphia. 63 yards and a touchdown for Todd Downing and the Raiders.
Of course, who needs a Fred Biletnikoff when on the other side you have your real star, Drew Bowie. Bowie put the Raiders ahead by a touchdown on their first series of the game.
The Raiders needed a big play, a game breaker, and they got it from number 81, Warren Wells. It was a good, close game, one that portended things to come.
Stopped have been known to strike with cobra quickness. A bomb from Ken Stabler to exceedingly swift Cliff Branch, number 21, should have been the beginning of the Raiders' sprint away.
First down, wasn't a big fake on play action, as Collins goes deep for Randy Moss, who goes up and makes the catch. Randy Moss, touchdown Oakland.
Second down and 10. Goodson. Oh, and great blocking downfield, and there he goes. Hayward Bate laid somebody out. That's a Raider touchdown. A 64-yard catch and run by Mike Goodson. Acquired in a trade in the offseason with Carolina. A career-long. 180. What's that?
Pump fake, goes back the other way.
Oh, what a catch by Streeter. Rod Streeter, touchdown Raiders!
Down and 10. Pressure's coming. Carr lets it fly. He's got a man wide open. It's Amari Cooper into the open field. Touchdown Raiders! His first of the year.
At the bottom 16. Here's Carr looking for a long ball, and that is Holton. He's got the catch, and he's got the touchdown. Snuck him in for the first time.
A possible pass situation at the 35. Incomplete. Complete to Raymond Chester. He could go all the way. 30, 20. Chester has a touchdown.
Time, over the middle, complete, wide open, Tim Brown, he could be gone! Touchdown Raiders! Well, they come right back with their big gun, Tim Brown, they get him moving. All of a sudden the Raiders go on the scoreboard for the first time. The explosiveness of Tim Brown.
And Tim Brown for first half touchdowns.
Second down, 6. Hostetler deep, and Ty Montgomery is on his way for a Raider touchdown. 65 yards.
the Broncos thinking he was going to keep the ball and scramble forward, and right at the line of scrimmage finds Montgomery.
A lot of injured folks down there. Vince Evans, the quarterback. He comes out throwing long to Alexander Wright for a touchdown. Oh, my.
Carr, good protection, and he completes it. And staying at his feet is Renfro. Hunter Renfro all the way. 65 yards, his first NFL touchdown.
I'm glad you told me that, because it looked like Michelle's lined up in the backfield.
It's a no roll.
Complete. Cliff Branch and what a move.
Goodbye.
Catch him.
Goodbye.
There are no flags down.
Is that wild?
That happened fast. 3:19 still left in the game.
Cliff Branch, who was a 9.3 sprinter in his days at the University of Colorado.
2nd and 15. Oakland from their own 34-yard line. Wilson to throw. All alone. Pass is complete to Ramsey, the tight end. Slips the tackle down the sideline. Touchdown. 66-yard scoring play. Pete Shaw slipped and fell, and Bontrager chased him but couldn't catch him.
Now Brown in the slot to the right. Schrader going deep. Irvin Fernandez with a 66-yard touchdown.
Hostetter right side, Tim Brown. Here goes Tim Brown. One man to beat. Can't beat him. Touchdown.
And he's also good after the catch. 66 yards on the pass and run. And the new Raiders.
The first came on a pass from Darryl LaMonica to Raymond Chester, number 87.
Trailing by 3 points, Ken Stabler took the field, and just one heave later, the Raiders were on the board. League-leading receiver Cliff Branch was the target, and after 67 real quick yards, the Raiders led 7-3.
Third catch for Mervyn Fernandez gives him 40 for the year, the leading receiver. And this one deep down the middle, the tight end there. He could go all the way. Touchdown, Raiders.
They'll deal with the block. That's a first down catch and run by the running back, McFadden, galloping down with the boot block downfield. And it is a touchdown! What a great play! 67-yard catch and run with a terrific block by receiver Lewis Murphy. And the Raiders have struck once.
John Hadel. And they would like to stop the Raiders at this point. Third down, less than a yard, 9:35 remaining. LaMonica switches up. Chester's wide open. He can run. That's it. Great call. Norman defense. 69 yards. Raymond Chester has Darryl LaMonica. Came up with the play fake. The Jets cocked and ready for the attempt at the first down, but totally off guard. Completely.
At their own 32-yard line. Steve Smith is behind Schrader as Jay retreats. Has time. Going deep for Willie Gault, who has a step, and Willie Gault makes the catch and would have had a touchdown. I think it's still alive. Nobody's touched him. Nope. He does have a touchdown. Nobody touched him at the 15-yard line as he beat Leroy Irvin and Benny Blades. Not only beat him, but then they didn't touch him. And it's a touchdown for the Raiders, and what a wild beginning in Detroit.
Third down and 14. Marinovich back. Giants are stunning defensively.
The pass could be picked off. No. It's caught, and the race is on. Tim Brown. No flags down.
Second down and 8. Evans going long. It's going to be another touchdown Raiders. Wow. Alexander Wright. What a throw by Evans. 68 yards. Oh my.
3rd and 10. Wilson, the 39-year-old, throwing deep. Separation. James Jett is gone. Touchdown, Oakland.
Both running backs expected to have big games.
3rd and 8. Carr feeling pressure in front of him. Has his man. It's Cooper. Cooper inside the 10. Into the end zone for the Raiders. Touchdown. 68 yards as Oakland strikes first.
How about the rookie Amari Cooper?
Flores drops back from his own 31 as Clem Daniels works into the clear. Daniels takes the ball over his shoulder, and he'll be tough to catch. It's a 69-yard touchdown as Oakland ties it up at 7-7 in the first period.
That will come back to haunt you eventually.
Inside the 31. Good block by Sims. Time for Gannon. Right down the middle. It's caught by Garner. It's a foot race, and he's in for the touchdown. 69 yards, a career high. And the Raiders are back in business.
A man wide open, Bay, and he'll score. No flags down.
The Raider offense also stood out on a day that was all Oakland. Fred Biletnikoff made a great catch.
The second good for 70 yards.
Third and a short 9. Protection for George, dumps it off complete.
Kaufman in the open field. No one's going to catch him, I don't believe. Kaufman for a touchdown.
Los Angeles from their own 29-yard line, and Hostetler will come out throwing. Keeps both backs in for protection. Goes deep, has a man, and it is caught. It is Tim Brown down the sideline. First offensive play, 71 yards. There's a flag. The penalty against San Diego. Touchdown Raiders. First play of the game.
And that reaction right there by Al Davis is not one you see very often.
Then came the shocker. Cliff Branch is covered here by Henry Stuckey, substituting for the injured Curtis Johnson. Branch made a fantastic catch, then took advantage of slow reaction on the part of Stuckey to complete a 72-yard pass play that once again put the Oakland Raiders out in front of the Dolphins.
Detail-oriented, a perfectionist, competitive bunch of guys. There was no Super Bowl hangover because the offseason was so unusual. Carr airs it out. Separation! Hauled in! Henry runs! The speed! Touchdown! Carr with another bomb! And the Raiders go in front.
And Davidson teams up once again with Daniels on a spectacular touchdown.
With 6:42 elapsed in the first period, Darryl LaMonica eased a 73-yard bomb into the hands of number 81, Warren Wells. The pass made it 7-0, and the Raiders were ahead to stay.
Third and 10 now for Plunkett. Got a man open. It's Marcus Allen. Allen with a great cutback. There are no flags. He can do so many things.
He can.
That's why they had him in there, I guess. 73-yard touchdown.
We'll get up to date shortly. From the 27-yard line, Schrader back to throw. Fires. The catch is made by Fernandez. Breaks the tackle. Gets into Jet territory. Inside the 30. He's got a blocker. He's inside the 15. Touchdown, Fernandez. And no flag. 73 yards.
Willie Gauld out in front of that one with a key block for Hernandez.
And safe to say, the wide receivers are back in the Raider game plan.
Tim Brown's to the top of your screen. Flying to the left is Rocket. Here he goes. Going long for the Rocket. He kicks in again. The Rocket has the ball, and it's over. It's over when the Rocket has it in the open field. 73 yards.
Saw Crockett in the last series. Collins to throw. Collins going deep. Collins from Moss. He juggles it, then catches it. Harrison can't tackle him. And Randy Moss comes to Oakland after 7 illustrious seasons with Minnesota. Scores on a 73-yard throw and catch.
That's why he's the most dangerous player in the NFL.
First down at 10 at the 27 for Campbell. Reese and McFadden back in. Here's Campbell throwing out of the backfield to Reese. He's got some running room. And Reese. Whoa, look at the fullback. Down the sideline. Big fella. Rumbling. Touchdown Raiders. 73 yards.
3rd and 3. Pryor escapes and fires complete for the first down and turning and going to Darius Moore. He's gone. Moore for the touchdown.
That's what this Raider football team needs. Denarius Moore to dial long distance.
Defensive assistants Oliver Spencer, Tom Flores, and Lou Erber. Cliff Branch scored from 74 and 41 yards out as Oakland roared back 27-17.
Factor. Listen to this place go.
1st and 15. Hostetler throws. That's James Jett. And James Jett will not be caught because he gets a block, scores the touchdown, and there is no more appropriately named man in football than James Jett, an Olympic gold medal winner in the 4x100-meter relay.
Working from his own 25, Flores threw deep to a racing Billy Cannon. And the former Heisman Trophy winner made a fingertip catch. Oakland had a touchdown.
Sooner or later, you'll get burned. For Virgil Livers and the Bears, the time had come. Stabler's pass to Branch covered 75 yards and gave the Raiders a 14-7 lead in the game.
The Raiders trailing by 3, 27-24, have the ball at their, statistically, the 25. The ball over the 24-yard line. Wilson in trouble. And now throws for Doki Williams, and this could be a touchdown. The Raiders take the lead.
Broncos leading 28-7 after the punt. Schrader starts from his 25.
He's got a man open. Fernandez down the sidelines. Now a foot race, and Fernandez will go all the way. Swerving Mervin Fernandez ran a straight line that time, and no one covered him.
Well, the safety Smith was supposed to be over there, and he didn't quite make it. He had that big hole in behind the corner, and it was wide open.
George down the sideline. Complete! James Jett for the touchdown. 75 yards.
That's right. Got to smile. Sometimes you got to get a break.
3rd and 2. Play fake to Fargo. Gronkowski going to go deep, down the middle, has his man at the 35. Lewis Murphy to the 20, to the 10, and looking for the end zone. Touchdown! Oh my goodness! 75 yards.
After 218 in their last game against Denver, when that offensive line mauled the Broncos. They haven't been able to do that to this sturdy Texan bunch. Long pass to the fullback. Jameis Olawale in the clear. Touchdown, Oakland.
Blown coverage.
4 minutes later, lightning struck again as Flores ducked Bobby Bell's rush and fired to Hewitt Dixon. This big play covered 76 yards. Dixon on the way to the races, giving Oakland a 14-6 lead.
Very poignant and touching story. He had that horrific injury on opening night against the 49ers. The Raiders love to go long on their first offensive play, and they find Alexander Wright, who beats the secondary and scores. The Raiders do that so much it rarely fools the defense. It's been very common for the Raiders on their first play to go deep to soften up the defense. Most teams look for it, but Wright gets free, and the Raiders score.
1st and 15. Hostetler for Brown. Tim Brown is gone. Touchdown Raiders. Just when you think you've got them, they hit you for 77 yards.
Again sticking in the nickel. Extra receiver is Bryce Butler. Carr with time. Oh, and he's got a receiver. That is Holmes, chased by Flowers, chased by Verrett. That will be a touchdown. A 77-yard touchdown pass. Andre Holmes out of Tiny Hillside in Michigan.
Schrader, who's got as big an arm as anybody playing, is going to air it out. Maybe right now. Pump faking. He makes the throw, and Tim Brown is on the run. One man to beat. Kelso, the free safety, comes over. He can't get him. Tim Brown takes it inside the 20. He will go the distance. No flags down. A 78-yard touchdown for Los Angeles.
A top pro quarterback shows his worth when his team is down, and LaMonica met the challenge. On 2nd down, he lofted a bomb to number 81, elusive Warren Wells, who streaked 81 yards to a game-winning touchdown.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 from their own 20. Stabler looking for a receiver under pressure, and Ciani is all alone. Oh, somebody fell down. I believe Calvin Jones fell down. 80-yard touchdown.
Well, that's not fooling around about it, I'll guarantee you that. He was 15, 20 yards behind him. Little Calvin Jones, I believe, slipped and fell at midfield.
5 led to Plunkett's emergence as the star of this Oakland offense. Good protection. Throwing for King. Could go all the way. 40, 30. Touchdown, Oakland.
Houston's taken it totally out of it.
And compounding the mix is the fact that Schrader has been benched in this game, and Vince Evans is now in it. He throws a strike, and on the run is Sam Grady, and he'll go the distance. Vince Evans with an on-time throw to super fast Sam Grady. It's good for an 80-yard touchdown.
There's nobody open, but finally Tim Brown breaks open. He got by Eugene Robertson. He's got one man to beat. Touchdown Raiders!
Hobart under pressure. Brown with a juggling catch. Tim Brown off to the races. Touchdown Raiders. 80 yards. Billy Joe Hobart's third touchdown pass of the season.
Plunkett with some pressure, hit from the backside. Wide open is Hester. Touchdown. 80 yards.
Serious business, 3rd and long.
Schrader goes long, has a man open. Will he go? He's shot out of a cannon, and he's got it. 84 yards.
He's got to be able to run. He's got to be able to get separation. He's got to take the hits as well.
Jett. Uh-oh. Here goes James Jett. He's jetting his way for a touchdown. 84 yards.
And James Jett needed that play. I think he needed that play for his confidence.
Here's Jamarcus Russell. He needs over 9. Takes a look, fires, and it's caught. What a great play by the Raiders. Johnny Lee Higgins is gone. And a penalty after the play. So the second pass he's thrown this half is the game winner, it would appear, an 84-yard touchdown play.
Schrader downfield. Nice catch by Burton Fernandez. One man to beat. Goodbye. Mervyn Fernandez on an 84-yard reception from Jay Schrader.
And that's what Al Davis, the managing general partner of the Raiders, loves about Schrader.
Effective when he's gotten it. It's not nearly as many times as he normally does. Carr pumps once, pumps again, extends the play. Derek Carr in that bad groin, a lofted up for Aguilar, makes the adjustment and the move. The veteran Aguilar weaving his way. He will go. Touchdown Raiders.
He might be able to play with 2 games left in the year. Plunkett
had Chandler running deep as they did the first half, and Branch was a trailer, and they threw short to Branch, and then he used Chandler's shielding block for an 86-yard touchdown.
Hostetler's pass caught by Brown. Tim Brown in the open field, one man back. He beats Kelso, and he's in for the touchdown. 86-yard pass reception, and the Raiders have once again taken the lead.
So if you're going to have success on the ground, you better block the triangle.
Raiders 2 tight ends start from the 14. Russell throws and finds Zach Miller, the tight end. Miller breaks away. Still going, got a great block down the sideline. Inside the 20, inside the 10, he's in, touchdown! Touchdown, catch and run for Zach Miller.
Very interesting topics of talk around the league. Black Monday tomorrow. Carr.
Oh, he's got him.
Deep, he sure does. He's got Cooper. There he goes. This will be 6. Amari Cooper.
This lightning attack included an 88-yard bolt to Cliff Branch, most feared deep receiver in football today. Threw 4 touchdown passes. One, the longest scoring pass in Raider history, a 94-yard combination with Warren Wells. Not only did the Raiders win convincingly,
9.5 remaining in this first half. Plunkett deep in his end zone and firing for Branch. Cliff Branch.
He is gone, folks.
Wow, 99 yards. That's what Plunkett answers with. And the Raiders right back in it.
Somebody said, do you think the Raiders are complacent, Marv? All you have to do is look over at the bench. If you notice Tom Flores in your picture, they are up for the ball game. They've seen everything that can happen go against them so far today. They've hung in there about as well as the defense can. They finally get the ball on the 1-foot line. Plunkett's thrown 3 interceptions. The receivers have dropped the ball. We mentioned that they're going to keep coming toward Branch. This time he caught Dean trying to pick one off. He tried to play Branch real tight up the line of scrimmage. Branch got by. Plunkett hit him. This is what Al Davis says is our brand of football, but 99 yards is a bit much. As you can see, that's the unemotional Tom Flores.
And that is the longest touchdown pass play in the history of the Raider franchise.